Do I really have the secret to being awesome? You bet your bacon I do. Because the secret to being awesome is really simple. And basically what it is to own it. Not to own it as in you have the coolest car, newest car, coolest clothes, so on and so forth. Owning it as in you walking upstairs, your foot clips, you just keep on walking like it never even happened. And the reason why this is being the secret to being awesome is because it all comes back to your attitude. If you're gonna let something like walking up the stairs, like tripping, affect you, then you need to work on your attitude, because it's not that big of a deal. Like everybody will, at some point, will be walking upstairs or whatever, and they'll trip or slip, do this and that, and you just gotta own it, act like it, because it did happen. You can acknowledge that it happened, or you can just keep on walking like it didn't. Because either way, you just act like it didn't affect you, because it didn't. How should that affect you? By walking up the stairs and then you just kind of clip your foot. Just catch yourself, make sure you're all right, and keep on going. And the reason why this is a big attribute to being awesome is because people, if you do this, will see you as being awesome, sort of, in a sense. They'll have a different regard for you. So like, if for an example, one day I was at a BMX camp, and this was the first day we got there. I didn't know anybody there, and I had a water bottle, and I was sitting there like, throwing it up, just kind of spinning it, whatever, and I dropped it. And I just kind of just did this. I just stared down at it, like, now I'm gonna have to pick that up. That's kind of what my thought process was. And the people behind me saw that and they started laughing. And the reason why is because I just like stared down at it, and I was like, well, why'd you do that for? That's kind of like that's what they imagined me saying with my silent death glare to my water bottle. And through that, like, I was throwing it up, I dropped it, and I was like, oh great, now I'm gonna have to pick it up again. That thing, I didn't really care that I dropped it or anything like that, especially because I didn't care that I just met all these people. Actually, I hadn't even met them, and I was like messing up right in front of them. I didn't care. And then through that, they had a better regard for me, and then they were the people that I hung out for with the rest of the week. And so being awesome is to own it. If you make a bad grade on a test, just own it. Study better next time. Do what you need to do to become better. But if you fail, own it. Thomas Edison failed 1,000 times at making a light bulb. We know that because he owned it. He said, yeah, I messed up, but I eventually found it, didn't I? And we have the world of lights to thank him for that. And so, if you want to be awesome, I encourage you to own it, and to just, something happens, it happens, life happens, and just own it, keep on walking, keep on going, and act like it never even happened. Act like it never affected you. You don't have to act like it didn't happen, but just act like it didn't affect you. Like, as in, you're not dead because of it, type thing. I think if you're not dead, you got a lot to live for, because hey, your life is still there. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you were inspired to become awesome and just own things. Don't worry so much about the little details, the little tiny things that don't matter, like tripping. That doesn't make a difference. I mean, even if you tripped and broke your arm's most likely gonna heal. And if it, I mean, look at this. I'm getting on a tangent at the conclusion. Like, say you broke your arm, and it healed awkwardly. You've got an awesome story for the rest of your life that's make people laugh. It's like, yeah, see this scar right here, or this bump in my arm? I went bull riding. Just kidding. I was walking down the street and I broke it. Actually, my teacher did that. She was walking down the street and tripped on the sidewalk, and then ended up shattering her shoulder. She's an older teacher, so that's why it shattered her shoulder. But she tells the story. She jokes about it. I was walking down the street. That's all I was doing, and yep, I got this thing on. So she's awesome because of that. Like everybody loves her because she's like that. And so if you just own it, people will have a better regard for you. They'll like you more. And even if they don't, own it. Don't worry about it. Eventually you'll find friends. We all have friends out there. Just because there's not friends right now with you doesn't mean anything. Just own it and keep on going. Be you. Thanks for watching, guys. You're awesome. So be awesome. See y'all later.